Hi everybody, welcome back to Cat's Book Nook. Today is Sunday, November 19th. This is going to be a weekly wrap-up video. I'm not going to show you guys pictures of books that I do not have sitting on my table, just because. It's been a long kind of day today. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning, writing, delivering packages, and doing fun other things. I did finish a book today, and it was a great book. So let me tell you guys what I read this week. I started getting back into graphic novels this week, and I picked up Monstress Volume 1, The Awakening. Interesting graphic novel. Not entirely sure how to say what it was about, but basically gods and other things and creatures, and it was kind of strange, and I'm waiting on Volume 2 to come through Marina. So we will see how that goes. I also got through Paper Girls Volume 1 and Volume 2. That was actually a better story, I thought, than what Monstress was. Paper Girls is by Vaughn. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you guys know that I am a huge saga fan. I love Y the Last Man. He is just a great person overall. Just fantastic. And his stories are normally really, really good and really engaging. That's what I found myself with Paper Girls. It's a good story, very interesting premise, and I don't want to talk too much about it in interest of spoilers, but it was a good graphic novel read. And I just picked him up at the library this week, so awesome. I finally finished History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Book was phenomenal when I finally got through it. I think I talked the last time, and I actually talked about it in my blog on Friday about how books come into your life for various reasons, and sometimes you're just not in the right mind frame to read a book at that time, and that's what History Is All You Left Me was I had picked it up, I was ready to get through it, ready to move through the emotions, because it is an emotional book, and something happened that day. I don't know if I put it down too long or I got into my head or what, but I couldn't finish it that day. So I ended up picking it up this week and finishing it because it was due on Tuesday and I couldn't renew it anymore. So I did finish that book. I do want to read Adam Silvera's They Both Die in the End. I've heard it's a really good book, and his writing style I like his writing style. Say hi, Milo. Say hi. Okay. I finished Felicia Day's, the audiobook of Felicia Day's You're Never Weird on the Internet. A good listen. She is just as quirky in her writing as she is in person, and in the characters that she plays. She talks about the work that went into the guild and her career and things like that. It was a decent listen. I listened to The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, which is the second book in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. I wasn't entirely sure what series I was going to do for the read-a-thon challenge this month. I was going to try to do Strangers in Paradise, but that's not working out so well. So Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is turning out to be that series for me to get through this month. And I'll explain why here in a second. But the book that I finished today, The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. It's Russian folklore mixed with, I would call it magical realism. Not entirely sure what other people would call it. I loved this book. I cannot say that word enough in terms of this book. It reminded me a little bit of Uprooted by Naomi Novik, which I read in June or July. Again, really, really love the Russian aspect and how everything just ties together. I want the second book now. But really good book. And that's all I read this week. sounds like not a lot, but once you include the graphic novels, it kind of evens out to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books this week, which when you're writing, it's actually pretty damn good. So, currently reading. It is Tome Topple for the next 2 weeks. So Libba, Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. I need to read this by December 1st. I cannot renew it anymore, so this is the physical book that I'm going to try to get through this week. The audiobook that I'm listening to is Life, the Universe, and Everything by Douglas Adams. It's the 3rd book in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, and kind of on the fence about where I stand with that book right now. I'm not listening to it as much when I'm delivering packages because it's easier to switch between music instead of books while I'm delivering. It just, with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I have found that if I'm not physically paying attention to it while I'm listening to it, I don't understand it. So, yeah. So I haven't gotten through that as much as I would have liked to this week. And that's the currently reading. New books that I picked up. Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel. I need to get through Sleeping Giants in the next couple weeks because that's due on December 1st. Again, cannot renew that book anymore. But I picked this up in anticipation for me finally picking that book up. So we'll see how this goes. Other physical books I picked up. I picked up the 2nd and the 3rd book in the Wicked and the Divine series. I do have the other ones on hold. They are supposed to be coming, so I can cross these 3 off my list for this month. And then audiobooks. The 2nd book in the Mercy Thompson series, Bloodbound by Patricia Briggs. I have this on audiobook. I have So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, the 4th book from the Hitchhiker series. Got Mostly Harmless, the 5th book that I picked up this week. I also picked up Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norwell by Susanna Clark. Neil Gaiman recommended it in his book, The View from the Cheap Seats. Apparently it is now a Netflix series, so I want to read the book or listen to the book at least, before I watch the series. So we'll see how that goes. And that's on the new books this week so far. This next part's a little bit difficult. Audiobooks that I returned this week are America, America by Ethan Kanan. I like the story. My brain is not wrapped around the political aspects that are in this story right now, and I don't find myself caring so much. It is also confusing because he talks about past and present in the same, paragraph. So it's a little bit one way or the other. I'm not entirely sure how to go. Milo, come on, buddies. He's trying to knock the computer screen. So, let me finish this up. I've only got 2 more books to talk about. I also returned Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I did not see myself getting to it. Again, if you read my blog post on Friday, you'll kind of understand the gist behind that one. And then also Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I returned all 3 of these audiobooks from Overdrive this week just because I couldn't wrap my brain around them. So, a lot of books of not wrapping my brain around things, but overall it was a good week. And I'm kind of looking forward to next week because I have a couple days off. I'm also hoping to finish my story, which I have 14,000 words left to go because I upped my goal to 60,000 words instead of 50,000 words. So I'm currently at almost 47,000 words. And I got asked today how that story is going and if it seems like I'm fighting for it. And I had to tell my friend, no, I'm sitting there, I'm doing my word sprints, I'm jotting down how many words I get through after 15 minutes, going right into the next 15-minute slot, doing the same thing, and I'm doing that 6 times a day within like a 2-hour time period because the words are just coming and coming and coming and coming, and I'm ready to be done with it because I'm ready to proofread it so you guys can read it. So with that is gonna be my weekly wrap-up video and my talking about what I'm working on projects, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys are having a great week. Next week in America it is Thanksgiving, so we're kind of gearing up for that, and I will probably not be posting an author 2 video on Thursday, but I might post one on Wednesday just to kind of give you guys a novel writer month update. So again, have a great day, have a great week, and I will talk to you guys soon.